What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, so today we're gonna be working on the face a bit, and then I'm gonna do prep stuff for rigging, slash probably also some rigging, just setting the bones and making all that stuff. Because I did see a cool thing that you can do with bendy bones so that the formations work. What's up, Jeru? It's been so long. I'm sorry I missed you last stream. I saw it like half an hour later and it was like, ah, shit. Yeah. So how are you doing? How's it been? It's been ages. Okay. I need to do this yet. And I forgot to put my music on loop, so now it's on loop. Okay. Put this back, and where's the there? There. Okay. And I need to make my saturation so that it's proper, that it looks like me and not pale me. Wait. And 175. There. There. My actual saturation. And yeah. School started. Also got back with okay. I'm not gonna comment on that. If it turns out well or not, good luck. Wait a minute. There, okay. Can you see that? Yeah, should be. Okay. I did the hair in my free time, which looks a bit messy, but I think it works. So it works. Actually, I did want to add like one or two just sticking out stuff. Do that. I do one that's thinner. Okay. Nope, not that. I'm not that. Okay, wait. That makes no sense. Why do two of these rotate? Yeah. Why? Okay, 0, 0. Now I rotate it like this. Let me stick that here somewhere. Bip, bip, and let me scale this a bit down. Right. There. And then I rotate. Okay, I should probably do that a bit better. So let me do this and move it here and this yet a bit. That works. Though maybe I just moved a bit more central. And give it a bit more depth. a single strand. As yeah, you're like your own customer in this. Yeah, I just also hope that everything works out because I realized the eyes are slightly, very slightly uneven, like not equal, because for some reason I have this weird flipping thing going on, which makes absolutely no sense because they're the same vertices and here it looks perfectly fine. So like, yeah, something's going on that I don't know, but hey. First of all, I want to make the eyes be more eye-like. So let me, not this, let me move it up a bit. Let me move these up, like that. And a bit down here. How do the eyes look now? That's all right with me. I realize I probably need like, this is gonna be the eyebrow area. So I might need like an extra loop here to make the bump for eyelids, because eyelids, as I'm not sure everyone knows, why, wait. Nope, that's way too close. Okay. How do I make it that it does that without problem? Okay. Let me add some lines here. Whoa. Okay. No. I know. That isn't a big problem. That actually looks like the thing that you usually have on your eyes. So that's actually a good thing. Probably. Now, what happens if I do one line here? It's not the smoothest thing ever, but it works. So let me, wait. Add exactly one there. Actually, that gives it a bit of that eye shape that it didn't have before, because, yeah, what if I just move these for like a tinge further inside? Just a tinge. Yeah. That's better, I think. Then it has a clear area where I might figure out how I smooth this out. What happens if I relax it? Nothing. Still go back. Did I reverse that? Oh, wait. Yeah, like this. Okay, this is good. Though it looks like he has bags under his eyes, which I do too, but that I do not want. At least not visibly. Whoa, okay. That's not what you expect from Relax, but I guess fine. If I have it like this, then wait, let me see the wireframe. So, okay, it's this loop that's causing it, which means I need to maybe just move this a bit back. Did it move it also here? Wait a second. Yep, it did. Good. Then, if I don't see the wireframe, okay, then this slight faceting should not exist. Let me... it just brought the faceting out. Why is it doing that? That's not a thing it should be doing at all. It seems to me like points are not connected correctly. Alright. Whoa. Let me go back into layout, modify, apply to base. So, is the faceting go? It's better, which means I should probably just move this one a little bit. Or did that do the opposite of what I wanted? Nope, it just kind of looks the same. That's fine. But I can also see that here there's an issue. Why is this a bit wobbly? It should not be wobbly. That's weird. So, let me see how I fix that. The wobble here is fine, because that makes it have the kind of... wait. Why did it go that deep inside now, actually? I didn't have it that far. And the 2 points don't overlap. Okay, let me see how I fix that. So, if I take this, I copy the value. I take this, paste it without the minus. Then I take this side, copy, paste. Okay, that had the same value. Then I think this had the same value. Yeah, it had the same value. I still just, for safety's sake, paste it. Then what happens now? Yeah, now it moves. Okay, that actually kinda looks like an eye thing. Just it's way too strong in the moment. So let me move it a little bit more. And this also a bit more like that. That. Can I that a bit? Probably. Let me see if I pull this down and I smooth it out. And then I turn it back up. Now that looks a bit better, I think. Let me just move this maybe a slight bit higher. Like this. And that's good. I believe that works. I believe I can play. I believe I can dash this. Okay, this is, yeah. Now where is that problem edge? Because this is still baffling me. There shouldn't be this because it's not on this edge. The stuff is exactly the same. Let me see if I can somehow see an extra. Is there like an extra vertex or something that would usually cause something like this? Let me see if I can just select and then merge by distance. If they are overlapping, it should have solved it. Nope, it didn't. There's also pinching here, which, like, how many stuff? One vertex selected. That's how it should be. One vertex selected. I did not need to do that. No, vertex. Vertex. What could cause this? Because this looks really weird. It's like it's just. That's really weird, but the important stuff you can see, you don't, unless I literally go like this with the stuff, you can't really see it. So that should also go away during texture. I'm gonna say that's alright. It looks creepy because there's no texture on it. I still think that's alright for now. Do I want to modify anything on the teeth? Wait, does it not let me select the teeth? Wait, where are they? These are the stuff. Here, teeth. So, teeth. If I have it like this already, I don't need a full set of teeth for it, so I probably can just get by if I make like a, because I do want this to be cartoony. This is gonna be for creepy stuff, because this looks creepy as hell when you look at it from this, and it's just the teeth like this. These teeth look creepy, and they're also technically not the. They work alright. They would need to be a bit further apart. That I can still. I can just do that right now. Then, like, to scale an X a bit. There. And I would need to move them those. Huh. Why are they not peeking out the same amount? That's a bit weird. Anyways. Wait, what happens if I... Does that... No, that doesn't move it. That means either the teeth are slightly off. The things that happen during CG were... Let me see. I do technically just need to move these, right? No, also the front. Let me see. Yeah. That. This. Oh, wait. That vertex. Those vertices are not selected. That might also cause that problem. I should probably select both sides of it. Let me move this. Let me just select these. And wait, why did it not select those? Probably because it was behind the mesh. So get. Wait, why is it not selecting that? I cannot click more on that, can I? Like, there, okay. Let me move it a little bit back. Then let's see the body mesh. That should be alright. Still weird that it's slightly off there, but does not matter. So now I think that part is alright. The clothes I do kind of want to make with cloth simulations, so I'm not gonna make any what's it called? I'm not gonna make the clothes now because actually even if I rig them, it makes more sense that I do it later. So I'm gonna start rigging it now instead of focusing on all the stuff that does not matter. So actually, wait, should I still? There's not really much that I can change that I want to. Yeah, there's not much I want to really change. So let's start rigging. Let's add. Where is it? Where is it? Am I blind? I'm blind. An armature. Bam. And let's scale it down a bit. I need to make this in front. Huh. Okay. A little bit behind here. Let me use wireframe just so that I have a better reference for where everything is in space. In space. Let me put it right there and scale it a bit down. Edit mode. How big do maybe I do want it a bit bigger like that. That works, right? Yeah. Anyways, anytime I want to change anything, I can. So, select this. How do I... wait, what was the thing that makes it go straight? How to extrude them straight. How to extrude joints straight. Blender. Let me see. Oh, I'm stupid. Of course, you do it with Z. So Z. Let me move it a bit. E, C, G, a bit like that, and then basically up until there. Yeah. Then let me... A speaker, yeah. I don't like being muted because I want to talk with people and I enjoy talking with people. Not necessarily to the extent of like... Yeah, I'm an introvert, but I like talking on streams because it makes more sense to watch on streams. Like, you're not just watching this because, oh, this person is doing this stuff. You also kind of like want to know the process. It's art. It has a process for a reason. Yeah. So, I do this here. Like, let me think. The only big thing I've ever rigged was... Yeah. I made it. I literally... Wait. I feel like it looks still horrific because a guy reminded me it looks like some old meme thing. But, like, I made this myself. I have a YouTube. If you go there, you can literally see... I do these streams like twice a week and then one gaming stream. And yeah, I made this all myself. And honestly, I'm surprised of how well the nails worked because they're literally, look. I literally just took, oh hey, I have this thing. I purposefully made it because I made the fingers that way. And then I just extruded in, extruded out, and then scaled it in certain thing and it worked. And I'm happy because it's not the best mesh ever. I have a few mistakes, but otherwise it's gonna be riggable, it's gonna be workable. Yeah. Anyways, wait. Wireframe again. And joints. There. Joints. Okay, so if okay, I go by this, and then I just want to at minimum 2 joints for that, and I go for separate object fingernails so I can shape them and change them easily. That does make sense, but for the simple style, yeah. I'm purposefully making this one cartoony because I want to, like, I have like a what's it called? I'm planning to make like a short. I want to make a proof of concept for like a series I have planned. And hey, I'm an animator. Why not create everything for myself from the base up, which is gonna take a while, but hey, then it's my thing. No one can say, oh, you did copyright mine. Nope, it's my shit. And yeah, I was just like, I don't need the fingernails to be that extreme. I just need to be able to make a, like, I just need, if I want to like make something special, I just get the UVs out of the nail. And thank you. I hope it works out. Because, yeah. It's basically like I have a whole superhero backstory stuff idea. This is my main character. He is basically, yeah, he's the main character. He's gonna be super strong, whatever. But my idea is just I want to show this like city from a view that you have from like a skyscraper. Like think Spider-Man. Just like you have that shot, you have our main character sitting on the top of a skyscraper, you see the city below, you see a few shots, he's trying to eat a donut, but then there's a scream down in the city, and he is like, God, like, he doesn't say it, but like, you see it from his thing, he's like, God damn it, I just wanted to eat my donut. He sets it down, and then he just drops off the building, and then I make something cool after that. Yeah. And that's basically my whole, that's like the first scene I want of the series, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make that because people are gonna like that. And yeah. Yeah. Wait, let me remember my rigging teacher. I think the best would be one that's approximate. Middle ear should be good. Then, yeah, wait, maybe I move this a bit. Like this, or that should work. Yeah. My plan for now is just I want to make the character like, wait, that's measurements. I need hairstyle. Where's the hair? Did all my hair disappear? Eh? What the? Ah, wait. I'm done. I'm sorry that I am stupid. I have here already like this stuff. My plan is I make the proof of concept, which is gonna take me a while. Then I can make either I use the proof of concept to like get grants or something, or if I'm lucky, get enough views on Twitch and stuff to then make to just continue it as a series. Either I make it myself, where I try the first few things, and then I'm like, okay, I have some of the characters, then I make more of my characters, and it like works out into an actual series that I then post on YouTube. Or I simply use grants, and maybe I get some other guys to help me and like make it an actual series that's not just me trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. And yeah. And you really shouldn't be jealous of the hair. It's literally just these two stuff copied everywhere that took me like the whole last stream I made and today, because yesterday I didn't like work much on anything. I took a break, and yeah. Also, I need to add more here because I feel like that's not poofy enough for being a ponytail. But yeah. And yeah. I hope it works out. because if the way my mind works, then this is a nice thing to kind of make. Anyways, so I do have that. Oh, so I make hips. Oh, leg joints. I did not know that worked that easily. Okay. Actually, wait. Okay, I need to figure out. My hair always turns out like a mess. Hair is a mess. Like, I washed my hair today just for the stream. Hair is always a mess. So, like, if it does it in thing, like, yeah. If it looks like hair, even if messy, it's good, I find. I need to figure out what stuff I need to move so that it moves properly. Okay, that's a good thing. That moves that. Okay. So, move this here, this here, and I just move it straight down. Actually, wait, I forget always, I can just copy paste. I actually had it. Okay. I'm sure it works. Hair is hair. Yeah. I need to kind of make this a bit smaller. Let me see. Let me bring this one up here. This one a bit here, because you always want the stuff moving from this, because that's where legs work. Wait. No, let me think. The past 2 months. Yes, 2 months. Yes, 2 months. I have been doing this 3D work for streaming. 1.5 or like the 1.5 year before that, I studied it at the art school. So now like 1 and 8 months, 9 months, 1 and 9 months. Yeah. 1 year and 9 months. 1 and 9 months. God, I cannot talk. But yeah. So it's been a while, but technically still very fresh to it. So yeah. I was also technically supposed to get a job right after school and do stuff, but yeah. I don't like jobs. Apart, or any future person who gives me a job, if you're watching this, I do enjoy the job that you're giving me, even though I don't know what it is right now. But I am not. Yeah. Yeah. It was more of like, hey, I did YouTube stuff before that. Hey, there's a school that's close by. It's a bit of money, but it looks cool. Let me do it. And then I did it, and now, yeah, that's what I am doing. What's up, Mako? How are you doing? Okay, actually, I should be doing the other side. I forget. Wait, it's only in X. There. Actually, these don't seem aligned to me. They seem a bit offset, which makes me upset. Wait. Actually, no, they're not. No, actually, I'm just stupid because I was like, they look a little bit wibbly wobbly. No, it's just because they have different base distance. I see your art gauntlet too. Are you good at 2D too? I know. Ironically, my mom is an artist and she does like art, like painting art, like this app. I made the apple, but like that type of art my mom does, and I just never was a really 2D guy, so I was like, I shouldn't do art. Art is for, I don't know, other people than me. And then I was like, but 3D. And then I got into 3D art, and I'm now like, God damn, I wished I could draw, because that would actually make stuff much better. But I do plan on making like kind of 2D effects, because like you can do them procedurally with geonodes. I need to figure out if that's the thing I can do. Not only geonodes, like texture nodes and whatever. I do it like that, and I can also like grease pencil. I just make some strokes and maybe like it looks good. Yeah. But I take this down here. That's, I think, alright. And here. Let me see it. Where did I? That there. Okay. Ankle is what there. Then I check. This should be good for the ankle. And not that. This should be the knee. It's in the middle. Good. Okay. And okay. Let me add this to this. Was that the wrong selection? Shift, Control P, keep offset, right? Where's the thing now? Okay, it didn't do what I thought. This and this. Shift P, keep offset. Where is the line? If I... Okay, I did it the wrong way around. Good to know. And I should probably do it actually from this. So this and I do not know. Am I stupid or am I not? I am. And okay, this up this. Keep offset. Good. Okay, now I can see that. Okay, I am stupid. Okay, I'm not stupid, but like, yeah. Let me see. This is still not correct. So let me put this more here. I should have made these feet straight because this is gonna be a pain in the ass for me to rig. But I luckily didn't make toes, which would have been much worse for me. Let me put this one like around here and then just extrude that a bit here. Let's name it a bit. Let me also move it proper. So G X here, G X here. Okay. So I realized my knee topology is a little bit in cave. That's probably not the best, but I will manage. I believe I will. So I shall. Okay. Not what I wanted. It should probably just. Should it stay as straight as possible? Let me see what happens if I do that. Okay, that's not it. Let me. Okay, yeah, it's good. It's good as is. Wait, no. I'm stupid. I still don't read it properly. Okay. So, I copy this and I take this. That's probably better. Then straight down, and then it won't cause any problems later. Foreshadowing, there probably will be a lot of problems. I should name these bones, right? Yes. Why does it not? Where's the name stuff? Bone. No. Bone. Okay. Cog control. Cog. I cannot type. I'm sorry. I control. Okay. So, since that will be the center of gravity, I make this the hip bone. If I move this, wait, why is this not? Because I'm in edit mode. I'm stupid. Like, pulse mode, and I select this. Nah, this would then still be the hips, right? Why did I press H? I'm stupid. That would technically be the which do I count as hips and which not? I'm probably stupid for asking that, but let me just do spine dot one and copy this so that I can use it on the rest of these. Spine one, spine. So, cog, spine, spine, spine. Okay, I should probably do the 001. 0, 0. I cannot type, as you can see, but I hope you enjoy this either way. So, I have that, which means this is... What's up, Zach? How are you doing? Wait. Let me see. This is leg up L. Which makes this one leg down. Then why does it? Okay. Lay. Okay. Foot. I guess foot L works best. Toe L. Put L like down, like up, spines, and then neck 1,0,0,1, and actually wait, that needs a big N. And then neck 0,0,2, and then head 0,0,1. I'm also good. Starting rigging again, which is gonna be exhausting, but I hope it's good and fun and all that too. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Now, let's see. I want to... Oh, okay. Ah, it adds it based on that. Makes sense. Okay. Rotate. I make a clavicle, so that needs to be smaller. A bit smaller than that still. Let's see. This needs to be on the same level as this for that to be straight. Good. Then I move that here-ish. Kind of need to get rid of the rotation that's in it. Why is there rotation in it? I do not know. Roll. Ah, that's fine. Actually, what if I have it at 0? It's yes. What's actually... Why do these all have a little bit of roll in them? They're not supposed to. Let me make that 0 in all of them. And all of them 14. Like 0, 0, 0, 14. That is weird. Okay. All of those are on 0. These are on 0. These, for some reason, have a little bit of roll in them, which they shouldn't. What about this? Roll for some reason. Ah, there, I understand it. Or is it better like this? Let me do it properly so that it's just 45 degrees. And 45. There. Let me do 30. Flat 30 should be good enough. I say good enough. What I actually wanted to see, can you... let me do it on the basis of this. Interesting. But you can key all of them, which means you can... Interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyways, that's that. I probably should take this and move it GZ right around here. That's good. GX. Let me move that a bit here. and also actually not that far. GY, just a little bit front, because it should come from this point, because there is an amount where you can still move without really affecting the clavicle. So let me take this. This becomes takes this and Shift P, keep offset. That should mean that if I go into pose mode and I rotate this, okay, yep, good. Would not have been nice if that didn't work. But it's not exactly. Should I do a separate thing for? I need it to be around here. More precisely, like here-ish. That's where the here-ish works. Yeah. So that means if I move this here, the clavicle moving will be a bit weird. So let me instead just make another joint. Duplicate it. Put this there, put this. A bit here. Yeah, there. Works. Then this goes down here. And actually, right here should be good. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that works. Let me make this 0 roll. Okay, 0 roll was the wrong decision. Let me make it like it needs to be a bit more there. 20. Mm, 28. Okay. Kind of. That's where my model sucks, I guess. Okay. This is interesting. That's not necessarily the best point for it, deformation-wise, but that's where my model is telling it to be. So, how could I remedy this? I'll just leave it. But first of all, I want to Shift P, Alt P. There, Alt P. That was it. This, Control P, keep offset, which means as soon as this one moves, that one moves. Good. Okay. Now, let's select this and let us get into the wrist. And okay, let me move it still a bit. This is the wrist. Is it from that side? Nope. That's fine. I move it here, and here is the wrist. That is not a more straight thing than this one was. Okay. Yeah, it will work out. Okay. Now, wait. Let me get this on the proper middle line. That way I can technically just extrude one here, and that will... yeah, it works. It's getting a bit messy from this view, so let me just... perspective view is maybe not the best, but... let me see how I remedy this. Why do I constantly say that? I should stop. I should get my own words. So 1, 2, 3, right? Was there not a thing? Volume, yes. G. If I could wait. Maybe remove the in front stuff. Let me get some. This is the knuckle, right? And now in front. Okay. Let me see. Can I just hide this? I cannot. Interesting. What happens if I press H? Okay, if I select it, I do Shift H. Alt H. Alt H. Okay, so H. Then I select this. I go to... wait. I still want to see the wireframe, so let me... okay, it is. Here's the wireframe, and then go here. Oh, this is better. This is much better. Wait. There, okay. So, I nearly got it correct. It does it in the middle of the thing. That is nice. But I do need to kind of move it a bit further down just so that it's at the technical correct point. I need this one here. Yes. I know they should be straight, but I'm not gonna get them that way. Okay. Now, can I just duplicate that and like move it a little bit? Let's see. I take this, this, and this, and this. I duplicate. I don't know where that went. Interesting. What happened if it have wall? Okay, that's not what I want. I guess I need to do it for each individual. Or can I remove this one without it removing the rest? Dissolve bone. Dissolve bone. Dissolve bone. Dissolve bone. Or bone. Ah, like this. Okay. That's probably better for me to use. I do enjoy having a bit of... Can I... Do I want to have the ability to make... Yeah, I do kind of want the carpals here, because then I can squeeze a hand and make it like Italian. Because otherwise you just have this and then the fingers move. And okay, you quite literally physically cannot do that properly, because like yeah, your hand usually clamps together with the stuff. So how do I do that without having to make nope, not like that. I need the exact opposite. But it just needs to be a bit. Do I make an extra thing? I think I do it like this. Probably can arrange that a little bit better, but otherwise that is kind of what I'm looking for. So let me move all of them. Actually they're pretty much all above the thing, right? Yeah, this one maybe a little bit there. That should be good. Okay, now then, if I P this, did I not Alt P it correctly? Alt P, clear parent. It does not have a, okay. Then Control P, offset. Let me go to pose mode. If I do this, okay. Let's see how the automatic weighting thing will affect that later. Edit mode, select this, duplicate, and okay. It did a bit of a weird thing. Perfectly fine with that. Alt P, clear parent. Let me just see how do I just take this, rotate it a bit like this, and let me just a bit here in the middle. Wait, I went, whoa. Here then, right here, so that it goes in line with the stuff, and here too, right? Right. Yeah. Mhm. So I had this one going 1, 2, 3. That loop. So 1, 2, 3. It needs to go a little bit higher. That should be good. And then from that one, 1, 2, 3. So from that here, it's a little different because I added one less here. So there's one here and on the rest. So that goes from this one 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. A bit higher up. This will be a bit weird. If I have not said that enough today, it will be a bit weird. This goes to the very tippy tip of it. I would prefer if none of these have roll to it. Then I actually want to see, like, if I take this, okay, that's not the button. Also not. I'm stupid, I do the same one twice. Okay. If I do that, I compare it to do this. Yeah, the rule does affect that. Okay, good. Because the roll affects the top. Okay, so if I take this and wrong thing to affect wrong thing, I select. If I do it like this, that should be correct. Come on. The second, does it a bit too much, like that. Okay, this, like that. So now, if I go into pose mode and I move Z, it goes presumably nicely with the mesh. Okay. Let me just check something. Okay. I wish I could just copy it and it would work. But I feel like that's not how it's gonna. So keep offset, which action. I can see where the optimal stuff is. So like this, then I Shift D. Why does it still make it like that? can I, without that, Shift D. Ah, without doing that. Okay. Alt P, clear parent, which means D, and it works. Okay. Now I can turn it back on, and then I just move it to desired spots. So wait. Alt P, P, parent, good. So take this, move it here, here a bit, move this one here, move this one right around here. I realize I'm a bit stupid. Why did I make this one go that high up? What the hell? Now this goes a bit lower. And this goes to the very tip. There. And we see now when I take this again, Shift D, and of course I accidentally keep this on, but it doesn't change anything. I just have it like this, and then I turn it back on. Okay. Here, then 1, 2, 3. That's where this will be. This one here, and this one right at the tip. So that should be good. I'm not gonna adjust the roll there. Let me Control P offset that I did correctly, right? Yes, okay. This, Control P, and that one already has it. It's good. I need to get something to drink in a bit, but I'll do the thumb first. Then I can drink unbothered. I think you have one bone here, one bone here, one bone here, which means this bone needs to go quite exactly at that point. This one, I might need to add one more loop. Yeah, but it's a pretty big chunk of the, like it's half. That's half. Kinda. Yeah. Yeah, that works, right? I'll say it works. And then let's go here. Let me do this manually a bit. This is the, nope, that's the, okay, this is the tail. Let me, and let me fix the tips of these two. I want them all just to align with that point that's in the thing, and those two already do for the most part. And there, and there, and there. Okay, now that's a hand. At least I say. So save. Damn, I didn't save in a while. If this crashed, that would be detrimental to me. But I'm gonna take a water break. So, whoever's watching, I hope you wait a little bit because I just need some hydration. I will make a... Be right back. Okay. And I'm back. You didn't need to count. Haha. Sorry about the burp. So, let me see. Now, I need to rename those stuff yet. Otherwise, that's a problem. Boom. There. Radical dot L. I need arm up L. Arm down L. Then this is, how do I count it? Do I count this as 4 or do I count this as 4? Let me think. I do it with pointing finger or not. Then carpal, wait, carpal pinky L, then pinky, one, no, pinky, base, middle, end, no, first, middle, end, yeah, first, middle, end. And why does it not? Okay, now it does. I can actually wait. I can unhide the leg thing. Where is it? There. Alt H. What the hell was that? That's not what I wanted. Why did it unhide all of the stuff? Ah, yeah, because I reskilled that. I was wondering for a second why was my hand so off its center. That is that. So this one I want to Alt H. Why does it not want to unhide now? God damn it. Visibility should be visibility. What the hell? How did I? This should be there. Okay. Alt H betrayed me. This is naming stuff. Ring. Okay, it did it the exact opposite because like I said, press tab. So ring and how do I? Middle end doesn't sound nice. What do I name it? What's another name? Wait, actually, that's a nice Google search. I haven't done that in ages. What's an alternate name to the middle finger? The bird, the... Okay. Name specific to the middle finger, not a insult. Tall man, long finger. Okay. Damn, it's late. Sorry. So, is there really no other name? I guess. TM. TM end. Just for tall man. And point and thumb. Now I can just go here, copy this, change this to the middle, and I have it in this to first, and then I have it this and middle. First. Middle. First. I sounded like a dumbass saying it the way I did, but I do not care. So end, middle, and first. Oh, okay. Inside Llewyn Davis reference if you watched it. Anyways, do I want ear controls? I can move my ears. Doesn't mean my character needs to. If I decide that at any point I do need it, then I can do that. Doesn't matter. So I have that. How do I rig the eyes? Either I make it the complex or I can just make an empty and have the thing control an empty, which then controls the eye. I'm probably gonna do that. Yeah, that makes more sense. But it's also not... Oh, wait. What if I make an empty that follows, that is sucked onto the thing, the shrink wrapped onto the thing, which means it follows the mesh, and then have that follow a bone. That probably works, right? Why not? Why the hell not? So let me say I just... That's a very big bone, but I can just scale that down, move it up, and let me bring this onto the same level as this, then I did not want it there. Let me get this out of the way. GX, move it into as close of the middle as I can get to it. Let me select this, see its wireframe. That means I can choose the middle easier. And that is the middle. Actually, I think I quite exactly got the middle there. I just need to... I say it works. What I say goes. So, then if I... Let's see. I make a empty here. Plain axis. There. I move this up, scale it a bit down, if I let me select the middle here. Alright. I know even better. I select here, select the middle. That's the middle, right? Yep, that's the middle. I shift S cursor to selected, right? There, yeah. Cursor to selected. Then I select the empty. Can I select the empty? No, I cannot because I'm done that. And selection to cursor. Okay. There. And then I scale that down. I can bind the right. Shift P to the bone, which means that if the bone moves, that will move, right? Yes. Which means that I can then. What happens when I edit mode, object mode? I select this. I cannot add a modifier to it. Damn it, I thought I could add a modifier to it. Or wait, can I? No. It's constraints. No. Nope. I thought I big brained this, and that would have made it just move across the thing without me needing to worry about that. If I, let's say, no. How can I keep it on the top? Like, how to make an empty hollow surface to make another empty follow. I just looked at that, but there is no modifier for the empty. So why suggest me that there is no empty? Or is it because this is inside of the thing? Let me let me just move this into this, then no. Empty doesn't go modify. Okay, I will figure that out another day, but I have a plan for that. So that's how I do those. I want to make the rest of that with bendy bones so that it has like eyelids proper. Actually, wait, why are they so far in front now? I realize that now. These are not supposed to be that far out. Like here it kind of works. But here they aren't. They are actually. Why does it not work below, but it works on top? Let me just... Why does that not want to move with? They are on equal thing. Are they not? They are slightly off. God damn it. Let me just put a bit like this. Let me see, does that resolve that? Actually, what might be easier is just if I take this and I... Okay. There, it's a bit sharper that way. But it now clips through the... If I... Wait, let me see. If I select these faces... And what was it? Inset these a bit. Will that... No. Okay. How do I do that? How do I fix it? Why is it not the same on both sides? All questions that I hate to answer. Let me move it back. Okay, it works here. So I think that will do. Okay, it works. Anyways, back to the rigging, which is what I wanted to focus on. Since I will do bendy bones, that means I need to do something else for that entirely, but I select this, I will scale it up a bit, and I can actually still want to scale it up. Do I just make a bone straight down? No, because the mesh thing will not go the way I planned. So let me make an actual jaw. Jaw there. Let me see. No roll. A little bit of roll. There. Now that that's fine. That makes it. Okay. And lips I will also do yet separate. For that I could, nah, that makes no sense. How would I make that? I do want that to follow the thing. I will see some tutorials about that. Otherwise, I renamed them, and that should be it for today. Because I made the armature. Wait, I need to still need to connect this to this. So Shift P, keep offset, which means pose mode. Yes. If only my empty idea would have worked. I still feel like it should. Modify to empty. Let's see. You can't but you can use an empty to control modifiers on other objects, such as using an empty as the object offset for an array modifier. No, that's not what I want. Was there not a there was a thing. How to stick an object onto the surface of another object blender. Yeah, kinda like that. Why does it show me shorts like this? Okay. I don't want to deform it well. I don't want to wrap objects around. I want to make objects stick onto others. That should be. Add a shrink wrap to depict the parent. Snap object. I'm getting closer. Wait. This. Show Show me the money. Okay. That's just for modeling. That's not for rigging. How to rig that one object stays on the surface of in Blender. That's not rigging. Okay. What if I make it a little bit weird? Wait, let me see. I have an idea. If I delete the empty, I duplicate the eye, then I just scale it way down. I use a shrink wrap on this so that it stays on that. I then make sure that I did. This is here. If I have this, then parent it onto the bone, which means that when I go here, pose mode, the stuff should move with it, right? Nope. Why is it not? Wait. Hide this eye for a second. Let me select the control thing. Let me give it a little bit of an offset. Not that much of an offset, please. .01 at or 0 to there. That way it's still in front and counts as such. Okay, now this I want to pose mode. Select this, select this, go into pose mode, select that, P there, there, now it's sticking, but it's not going completely with it. Why is it moving a little bit weird? Ah, wait, now it is. Okay. Okay. Now that I have that, in theory, if I reallow this and I constrain, can I What? Can I object mode here? If I have this onto this, Shift P object, that would mean that when I take this and I go into pose mode, it should follow it a bit better than that. I don't know why it dips in like that. Because it's not taking the depth into account. It's only taking the offset. Why is it not taking the... It should take the depth into account because it's... I'm not connecting the thing to... Oh, because it's shrink wrap that doesn't deform the... Shouldn't that also take the... If I take this and I control set origin to center of mass, set origin to surface, why is that not the origin of the thing? Because it's all the way there. How do I make it that it's moving? That way it would be. Which means if I take this and Shift P object, that means that if I take this, go into this, and move it around, it does absolutely nothing because for some reason it makes a shortcut. Okay. So that clearly doesn't work. Can I make the bone follow the mesh? Now that's another idea. If I make, then I take, then I edit, and I GY, move it front here. Then I have the bone. No, how do I have the bone follow the mesh? Wait. Add, shift select this, go to pose mode, select this one, no, edit mode, select this one, shift P. That doesn't work. Ah. I have such a good idea, but I don't know how I realized it. I will figure that out another day. But I need to rename the stuff. I forgot that. This here is. Nope. I don't. L. Jaw dot 001 jaw dot 002 and how do you symmetry these? How to symmetrize. There. Set to bones, go to edit mode, make sure. Okay. So go to edit mode of the thing. And then select all bones. And then add symmetrize. Bam! And it doesn't cause there to be a second. Nope, it doesn't. Good. Okay. Where the frick did all these things go? Ah! Did I not name them L? Pinky L. Ah, I did not name these. That makes sense now. Purple. Green. TM. Great. There. That should now have. Nope. Symmetrize. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's actually quite nice. I think I will do the rest another day. I think that was enough for this stream. I hope whoever's watching, you enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it too. So, yeah, it was a successful stream, I'd say. And otherwise, it's good. Yeah. So, let me go back to... I need to save. I nearly didn't. Okay. Now, I go back to just settings. It's back here. And I want to check this guy's stuff out. Just a second. Ah, he did have a few. Cool. Valorant too, nice. Respected. Huh. Cool. So he used to stream. Da, da, da. I just do that. Why not? Now then, that should be that. And I think that's the end of the stream. I hope anyone who joined in enjoyed it. Anyone who hasn't, go watch on my YouTube. My YouTube has this stream, so you can rewatch it if you need. And always like and subscribe. Maybe follow if you're on Twitch. I threw that very well. It could have easily gone behind my table, and I hated that because then I would have had to bend down to get that. Otherwise, I'm good, and I think that's gonna be the end of it.